Hi everybody. I was just trying to wait to see if anybody can pop in. I'm going to do a live video tonight on this cup. I don't know. Oh, there it goes. You can see this. This is a Geode tumbler. I have been extremely intimidated on making this, and I saw a video in another group. I know some of you guys are in that group as well, but a lady named Tammy Wooten, she did a video in that group, and she made this tumbler so easy to do. Now, she used a few different things. Of course, you know, you want to start with a white tumbler, or, well, I guess you could start with pretty much any color. I've base coated this white and then went ahead and put, hi Renee, hi Joe, I put my white glitter on it and I let it dry for a little while. Kind of late. It's still got probably more on it than it should, but I'm going to just leave it on there because I'm going to just add to it. And then I've got my Ranger alcohol inks ready. I've got 4 different colors. Now I used 4 on this one. I can't really tell so much on this one as using the 4. You could probably get away with maybe just 2 or 3. But I'm going to try maybe doing 4 on a couple spots. We'll see. But I'm going to do purple this time, just because I really like the amethyst and I think it'll be really pretty. And this one is mine. I tried to seal it, and that's another thing, girls. If you do seal, you make this cup and you seal it, be sure to do very light coats, not enough to get it drenched, because it migrated, or it kind of leaked out of this area. And so I did a couple of coats of white to cover it up, but it's still not covered up. So I got myself a new cup once it's done. I'm not seeing, oh, there you are. Alright, so I've got my alcohol inks, and today I'm going to use Amethyst, Purple Twilight. I'm going to do just a tiny bit of the Indigo in the very center of it. I probably won't do much, but just a little bit. And then I'm going to do the pink Sherbert on the outside. Now, when Tammy did it, she used silver and gold, the pearl paints from Ranger. I'm not real sure exactly what you call them. It took me a few minutes to find them. And actually, my husband, he had to drive down to Auburn today for work, so he was able to stop at the Michaels and pick them up for me, because I did mine with these. This is the only thing I could find at Hobby Lobby where I live, and they worked out pretty good, but they were really hard to squeeze. It's like an acrylic paint. It says heavy body acrylic. It was really hard to squeeze it out of here, and it dries really fast. So just FYI, if you can't find the Ranger pearls, then you can try this. And I even got it in this really pretty rose gold color. So I think that probably would look really good on this tumbler with the pink and the amethyst. If you guys have questions, please let me know. I don't know how long the delay is, so it may or may not. Now I have this tool. I took the ink or the paints and I just kind of squished it down so that it wasn't just like a beaded line. And I think it looks better that way. It looks more natural for the stone. And so I've got my little silicone brush that I'm going to do that with. But first of all, you pretty much mix your paints. Your glitters. I have about 4 different glitters in here that I mixed, mostly whites. Just all different sizes of chunkies. There's a couple of them from Feather Bear Bling. A couple from Glitter Designs by 2. but it's mostly just white, and it's kind of silvery too, so that's something to do. Just mix up your colors real good and get a good amount of different sizes in there. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my paint and, or excuse me, my Mod Podge, and I'm going to put a fairly thick coat. I probably should turn my fan off. It's going to dry out real quick. Get epoxy on one of my shirts while I'm at it too, because it's what I do. I think I've ruined almost every single outfit I have. I don't have much that fits me anymore, and I'm ruining them all. Just kind of make your little shapes. I mean, you guys know with geodes, they don't really have to be any particular shape or anything. You just kind of paint your little shapes. Now, she did say, and I kind of have to maybe agree with her, that be careful on your shapes, because sometimes, even though we don't think we're doing it, they may end up looking a little like they shouldn't. A little adult themed, if you know what I mean. Just be real careful with your placement and your shapes, so that you guys... Joe, I did do Mod Podge first. I don't do that anymore. I've actually found I really enjoy, and it's much faster and easier for me to do epoxy method. And the first one I did the epoxy method with, I just happened to have that cup available and ready, so I wanted to try it, and I couldn't wait. So this one is more just because I needed this done pretty quick. I don't really have time to do it. I've been super busy today trying to play catch up. I've been kind of absent in the group lately, kind of with some family issues, but and now we've got graduation, and I'm behind on my orders. I'm behind on everything, so I'm playing catch up. I have every single cup turner going, as well as cups waiting to go on my turners, so that all these people who are very patiently waiting for their cups will get them very quickly. So I'm just taking my, I mean, you could probably do this out of a cup. Or even out of your bottle. I don't really want to make it look like certain shapes, but I'm probably doing my darndest here to make it look kind of funky. I'm going to just try to make a really thick area. I'm just painting on Mod Podge right now in different areas that I'm going to put the glitter on. For those of you just joining, what I did is I've got like 4 or 5 different glitters mixed together, and I'm painting on my Mod Podge pretty thick, and then I'm going through and tapping it down. I don't know if I'm really helping anything or not, but that's what I'm doing. And I'll be honest, I really like this mix of glitter. I find I have like about 15, 20 different cups of mixed glitters on my desk right now that I need to figure out what's in them, first of all, and second, maybe make bigger ones. I think I'm going to need a little bit more glue. Now, I'll be honest, guys, this cup is, I've been so intimidated by it. I've been seeing everybody's beautiful, it's gorgeous, Joe. This cup is just gorgeous in itself. I'm in love with this. Now, I found that when I watched Kathy's video, her name is Kathy Wooten. She's the one who did the video that I saw. And her glitter did not, or I mean, excuse me, the alcohol ink didn't migrate the way mine did. I have no idea why it did that. And I didn't, I mean, hers migrated, but not very much. Thank you. I don't know. I guess we'll try it again and see how it works this time. I've only let the Mod Podge and the glitter rest for about 30 minutes. So it's not been, for the original base coat, it's not been drying that long. I probably should leave it. Did it, Brooke? Mine did too. It was horrible. But I guess in all honesty, it kind of looks like a geode would look. Your geodes have that smooth outside ring. So I guess in all honesty, it really did what it should look like. So I think I'm going to quit here. Because if the last cup is any indication of what's going to happen with this one, they will end up migrating and meeting each other. Let me just put a little bit more here. And just make sure you put a really good thick coat, ladies. Please do. I want to see it, Brooke. I want to see. Did you use the greens or did you use purple or another color? All right. I think that's all I'm going to do. And before it's dry, I'm not going to wait till this dries. I'm going to just clean up my mess here. And all right, you guys, you ready for the magic? If you want to call it that. So what I'm going to do, I've got my Indigo. Like I said, I'm only going to use a tiny bit of this. I want the very center of it to be dark. So I'm going to just put a little bit. again. Jessica, it's a mixture of glitters that I made. I've got like about 4 or 5 different glitters here. I don't even know which ones I mixed, honestly. But you want a mixture of chunky and small and fine. I've got mostly kind of like iridescent whites and silvers. Thanks, Kayla. Alright, so the next one I'm going to do is the Amethyst, and I'm going to do it right around this last one. And I'm going to try not to put so much that it goes crazy. My last one was awful. I really was so thrilled to see Kathy's video, guys. That video made this thing so less intimidating than I have been with it, because I am usually not afraid to try different things, but this one, I don't know what it is about this one that just really intimidated me. So sure, I can show you. I think I stated in the front of the video though, Jessica, which ones I used. So this one is the Purple Twilight. This is the lighter of the 3, and I'm gonna just kind of take it almost to the edge. I'm not gonna go all the way to the edge, because I know that when I add the pink is going to go outside, and I really don't want it to go that far outside. And I'm not really seeing much color differentiation in some of these, so you could probably get away with just using maybe 2 colors. I hope I'm not going out of the shot that so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. This cup is just so pretty, and I love adding the alcohol inks to this glitter, guys. Is just wow. It is so pretty. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. I'm not really a huge purple person, but wow. I don't know, I may have to sneak another cup in myself. I don't think my husband would appreciate that. I've already got too many of them. Alright, so here's the thing. When y'all get close to the edge, I'm assuming, yeah, see, it's already starting to try to migrate out. Try to be real or point it the direction you want it to go, because it's trying to migrate outside of the you guys can see that. Oh my gosh. I think I might be getting another cup. My husband's going to get so mad at me. he supports this business like nobody I've ever known would have, but gets upset with me when I want to keep all these cups. Yes, Jessica. I base coated the cup white, and then I went ahead and did Mod Podge. Normally I do the epoxy method now. I don't even mess with Mod Podge for the base coat, unless it's like my stripes or my flamingo cup. I just do I do my cups in the epoxy method because it's so much faster. But for this one, I went ahead and did the Mod Podge. Sorry, I'm tripping all over my words. Trying to keep it from migrating too far outside of the glitter. I'm not doing too hot on that, but alright. Look how sparkly that is, guys. Oh my gosh. Yes, you can do the epoxy method. The first cup I made, I did the epoxy method. I'll show it in just a second. It's just one I had started and ended up not needing. I started it by mistake, and so I had it. And I thought I wanted to try this in the middle of all my cups that I'm trying to work on and finish. And so I did. I went ahead and played with it. But it's one that's been sitting up on my shelf for, oh good grief, a couple months now. Perfect. Alrighty. So, I don't think I'm going to add any more to it. I think that's probably good. See, this is the one I did. This one started out as the epoxy method for the white. Alrighty, so now the thing with, I'm going to go ahead and use the white. This is the Ranger, oh, it wants to focus on my shirt, I'm sorry. It's the Ranger Pearl paint. I think it's pearl paint. Liquid Pearls is what it's called. Liquid Pearls Dimensional Pearlescent Paint. I'm going to use the white. Yes, Cinda. I did a base coat of the white first. And then I painted on Mod Podge and did my thick mixed colors of white, or mixed, I should say mixed sizes of the white, and then I did the inks on top of it. And so this is, let's see, there. Alright, so this is going to be the white, and I'm going to just kind of follow along the line here. And then I know that Kathy didn't do this, but I'm going to. I don't exactly know how quickly this dries, but as soon as I've got it on here, I'm actually going to go ahead and kind of tap it down with my silicone brush, and then I'll do the gold on after that. And this stuff actually squeezes out so much better than the other one. I have arthritis pretty bad in my hands, and that other one, it was really difficult to do, but it worked in a pinch, so I can't complain too much. And thanks for staying up with me, guys. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to put 5 more cups on. I need to get another one on tonight, so it's done in time to ship out later this week. I don't know if I'm going to get it on or not tonight. It may not go on until in the morning. All right. Sure, Melanie. This is the green one I made yesterday. I haven't put epoxy on it yet, though. And I tried sealing it. Don't do that. If you do, you've got to do really light coats of sealer and let it dry in between coats, because it ended up running. I tried to fix it, but as you can see, it's still going to show. So I got myself a new cup. So I'm going to take my little silicone. Actually, I'll probably use this little edge right here, and I'm going to just kind of tap this down just a little bit. I did this with the other paint, but it was pretty, it had already set, so it kind of looked funky, but actually I kind of like the way that it did. Actually, yes, it's a pearl paint. I'm going to go ahead and use the little as I stick my finger all in it. Y'all should order some from Michael's if you have a Michael's close by. Right now they've got a 30% coupon off of all regular priced items. So I got 2 of these. I think I paid $10 for 2 packages of this paint. But I think it's only in store or pickup. So my husband had to pick it up for me today. He had to go to Auburn today for a job, and the closest Michael's to me is in Birmingham. That's about an hour and a half away. I don't know yet, Joe. I haven't sold one yet, but it's probably going to be just a little bit higher than a normal cup, because it is a little bit more work to do. And I don't know how well the epoxy is going to, how much epoxy it's going to take to cover this. So I can't really say yet what I'll charge for it. I try to be really reasonable with my cups in regards to price. I only charge higher prices on a few of them, but I put a lot of work into them, so but I'll definitely charge a little bit more for this. I'm just not sure how much yet. I don't know what the going rate is for these cups, honestly. Like I said, I've been too intimidated to even make one up until now. No sealer, Deanna. If you do seal, you might want to make sure you just do really light coats. Don't soak it, don't drench it, don't do anything that might actually make it run, because I ruined this cup. Let's see. Alright, so now I'm going to do the gold, and I'm going to just kind of go outside the border of the pearl one I just did, and hope I don't stick my finger in it, because I'm good at that. And I'll go back through as well and kind of tamp it down as well. I actually had a customer, well, she's not really a customer yet. She's actually my daughter's best friend from college. Her college roommate asked me yesterday if, after she saw the green one, if I would make one with, I guess, multicolored geodes. So now I've got to sit down and think about that, what colors to do and how to do it. Thank you, Joe. These are really pretty. I've been eyeballing them for a little while now, and I really wanted to make one. Oh, so bad, but just the couple times that I've actually done a cup that is, you know how you do, where you do the glitter first on the bottom and then you paint over it. The few of those that I've done, I've actually had to use so much epoxy that they're just so thick and bulky. I don't like it. So that's kind of why I've been dreading doing one of these. But are you talking about this, Cinda? I got these on Amazon. I got a set of, I think, 5 or 6 for $9 or $7 or something. I don't even remember, but they're actually nail brushes or nail sets. It's a nail kit. I don't know. You could probably do a thicker glitter for the bottom coat. I just don't know how. I don't know. I mean, I don't see why you couldn't do it in a thicker coat, or a thicker glitter, I should say. I'm sorry. I really just like doing this finer white on a lot of my cups. It's pretty much the only white one I use. I'm not a big fan of the really super chunky glitters because it takes, to me, it seems like it takes so much epoxy to smooth them out. But I guess each of us have our own preferences too. Some of those glitters I have are gorgeous, like my Dr. Pepper one, but it took forever to get the glitter smooth enough to use, or to apply the decals on it. I'm gonna see about doing this just a little bit. Kind of spreading it out a little bit more. So I'm going to use the flat edge here. I should be in bed, y'all. I'm so tired. I woke up this morning with a migraine and had it all day and have been going non-stop all day. It's the first time I've ever dreamed I was having a migraine and woke up with one. That kind of sucked. And I'm just kind of taking this gold and pulling it out just a bit from the, see, I'm just touching it like crazy. Taking it out and pulling it so that it's not just a bead. You still want it, I guess, the dimensional, 3-dimensional. So I'm not really doing a lot. I'm just kind of pulling it out just a bit so that it's not quite all there. And kind of trying to mix it just a little bit with the pearl on the white. So I'm going to just do that with this one here. And hopefully tomorrow I will have a good cup that I can put a layer of epoxy on. I'm really looking forward to doing that because I want to see what it looks like under the epoxy. I'm sure it's gorgeous, but I can't wait to see it. So yeah, this is already kind of setting up a little bit, so you might have to stop in between some of them to do this with it if you're using it and do it like mine. I mean, you could leave it open or just the little beads, but I just kind of felt like this was a little bit more natural looking, I guess, than leaving the beads of the color. And see, I touched it right there. I may have to try to fix that. Alrighty, guys. That's it. The sparkle on this thing is so unbelievable, and the colors that the inks give to it are just, I can't even describe how amazing it is. It's just, it's beautiful. But this is easy way to do a geode. If you guys have any questions, please ask. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm not perfect by any means. I'm not an expert, but I'll do my best to answer any questions I can. We are fixing to move. My son's graduation is Thursday night, and then we are getting keys to our new house on Friday. So we're going to be moving this weekend. So I may be a little quiet still for a little bit longer, but hopefully, since things have calmed down with my daughter, things should be a little bit better, and I'm going to start doing some more live tutorials for you guys. Most of the orders I've been getting anyways have actually only been pretty much the same 2 cups. So You're not really missing anything. And that's all I've done, is just a basic solid color with the chunky ombre at the bottom. But let me know if you guys have any questions. Oh, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. And y'all, please try them and post in the group. The ones that you guys make. I really want to see them, especially if you do other colors, because now I need ideas on cups to do with multiple colors. I'm looking forward to it. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.